Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special bonus reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Pisces, I hope that you're doing well. This reading is all about your unique impact on the world, what it is about you that creates this beautiful impact on the world around you. So I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The overall energy is going to be coming from the Healing Heart Oracle, and the tarot portion of the reading will be from the Light Seers Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Pisces? Oh, I almost jumped off the table. Oh, this is beautiful, Pisces. Number 27, which reduces to a 9, corresponding to the Hermit card of the Major Arcana. That corresponds to Virgo energy. The Hermit card talks about somebody who retreats unto themselves. They kind of isolate themselves out from society, from company, and they kind of do spiritual work. They work on themselves. This is a person who goes through a dark night of the soul and discovers their spiritual gifts, and hopefully healing a lot of triggers and traumas as well. Often it can involve a Kundalini awakening, which is kind of this process where all of the chakras kind of blow open. There's this dissolution of the ego, right? We shatter all the kind of things we've built up to protect ourselves, and those are all kind of washed away. I did say eagle, so that might be relevant to you somehow. Hopeful heart, an exciting surprise is coming your way. Hopeful heart. So, well, we can see here too, it's like the veins look like a tree. Reminded that the roots of a tree are just as expansive as the tree itself. This tree back here, we're in this like kind of wooded situation. I don't know why, but that makes me think of Lord of the Rings. So Lord of the Rings might be relevant to you. Specifically thinking of Liv Tyler's character. Oh god, I'm not like super, I saw them all, but like I'm not well versed. What is her name? Arwen. Thinking of Arwen. And I've recently watched this scene from one of the movies, whatever, where it's Liv Tyler and Viggo Mortensen, and she's like basically telling him that she's gonna stay with him and live a mortal life, and he's like, you can't do that. And she's like, I can do that, and I will do that, but like in a more eloquent way. Viggo Mortensen, so dreamy. Anyway, I don't know why any of that is relevant. I do think that it probably resonates for somebody. Maybe that's your favorite movie. Maybe you identify with some of the themes of that movie. I mean, there are many, right? So, ultimately that movie is about a quest to come back to the self, actually, right? The ring is a vehicle for the storyline, but it corrupts, and it's all about overcoming all of these things that seek to corrupt us or seek to bring us down or seek to undermine. And through our close friendships and through standing up for what's right, we become victorious, right? And maybe you, Pisces, what you bring to this scenario is this level of gravitas in your hopefulness, like saying, you know, things seem really dire right now, but I know that we can succeed. And I've got the strategy for it, right? Every Pisces I know, I'm a Pisces moon, so it doesn't quite work the same way for what I've seen in Pisces suns. I know a lot of Pisces suns. Like, sometimes I think they say that like Pisces is like the Gemini of the water signs is so accurate because you're just so strategic. All the Pisces I know are super smart. And it's not just super smart, you pick up quickly, you learn quickly, you learn on the fly, and you learn the rules to break the rules. You learn the rules to break the rules. Oh, if ever there was a sign that did that, it would be Pisces. But in situations where there could be challenge, the Pisces can come in and just speak the truth of the matter and say, look, I know the way that we can accomplish this. I know the way that we can get through this. And I can carry things to that end. Right? My heart is expansive enough that it can sustain the weight of the task. Kind of like Frodo, or whatever his name was, right? He's this little hobbit, little guy. I don't know why I keep doing this, but he's like this little guy that he's an unlikely hero. Spirit wants me to say that. The unlikely hero. Do they also call Pisces the Virgos of the water signs? Because I feel like you and Virgo are very similar. Anyway, I don't know why any of that is important, but like maybe you're married to a Virgo, or maybe you're best friends with a Virgo. Not sure. So it also says an exciting surprise is coming your way. So, you know, looking forward to something I think that you've manifested. Whenever I think of the trees, right, this is why we always say talk to the trees, because the trees are all connected. Plants are all connected to one another. There's the vast underground network. And when you speak your intentions to trees, they carry that signal all across the world. And they sway and they move and they shake and they quake to make things happen. That feels really important for somebody. Speak your manifestations to the trees. There's a thing about the root system of the tree, though. The spirit is showing it to me. As tall and as expansive as the tree is above ground, yes, the root system is just as expansive, but it doesn't necessarily go straight down. The roots don't go straight down. They go out and across, like horizontally. Why that's important, I don't know. But Spirit wants me to say it. That it's not what you think it is. Maybe that's how Pisces works. Like, yes, you're a water sign. You can be emotional. You can traverse those emotional depths, those psychic depths, right? You're represented by the High Priestess in the tarot. It's really knowledgeable, spiritually speaking. But it's not what people expect. You're not what people expect you to be. They expect you to go straight down, you go across. It's like your knowledge base is not narrow. It's expansive. It's wide. It has a wide range. So let's get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. There's no past, present, or future. I'm just getting beautiful general reading. I just have to show you the Queen of Cups. I knew this Queen of Cups was going to pop out for you. I felt it as I was shuffling the deck earlier. I was like, man, that Queen of Cups is going to show up. It's so beautiful. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Ooh, okay. some clarifiers, please. How does Pisces make an impact on their world? Okay, you got an extra. I'll take it as, It's funny, how does Pisces make an impact on their world? And you got the World card in reverse, number 21. The World card ends the major arcana. Talks about chapters opening, old chapters closing. Spirit wants to remind you that you are still in the in situ, in situ, in situ, like in the middle of a situation, in the middle of closing out a chapter. I think you're well aware of this. Maybe something is coming to an end. Could be a relationship or a job. You already know this. This is not new information. A truck is going by right now. It says Helix. It's a moving company. Never in my life did I see that truck or that company. Never in my life. So Helix, Helix, like a double helix, like DNA. So we were just talking about things that are coming to a close, a chapter coming to a close. Might have to do with family, might have to do with health. You take it as it resonates. It was very interesting. Okay, so the first card we have, I showed you, the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, as a Cups card. This is beautiful. Queen, like, she's just like this. It's a little bit of raise the roof, which I will never do that again. But it's an openness. It's palms facing up, just ready to receive, ready to take in the information, take in the love, and then project it out. See this here? Project it outward. The Queen of Cups really, has experienced the whole gamut of the Cups suit, which can talk about hard times, right? 5 of Cups especially. When we go from Ace to 10 in the suit of Cups, all of these levels of emotion and situations have occurred that give us a really 360, well-rounded approach or level of experience with our feelings and emotions, with the feelings and emotions of others. There's a maturity to the Queen of Cups. There's a maturity. There's a easy access to her feelings or his feelings, however you identify their feelings. It's this easy access. It's this understanding that our feelings are there to, it's part of our human experience. They're not there to undermine us. We're using our feelings to help motivate us in life, to help expand our connections with people, bridge those connections in the first place. Queen of Cups is very generous with her love. She takes her cup, fills it up, and pours it into everyone else. She has to be careful though, because she doesn't want to give everything away and not leave anything for herself. Clarified here by the 10 of Wands in reverse. Sometimes being the Queen of Cups can perhaps feel like a burden. Like maybe, you are, my sister is a Pisces, and it's like she's so loving, and she's an amazing mom and an amazing wife and an amazing employee and all these amazing things. I mean, she is literally all those things. But sometimes it's like really hard for her to just carve out time for herself to go, like, do self-care, go shopping, like get her hair done, like even just take a walk, read a book, anything, like go to the gym. Like it can be something that she has to really think about and put energy towards. And I see that here for you, Pisces. It's like it can sometimes feel like you want to release that burden, right? This is the 10 of Wands. It's the nature of the 10 of Wands to be heavy. And so there's this sense here that you want to release the heaviness, And maybe that's why some of these chapters have not closed out yet, because, okay, and they feel like emotional burdens, I have to say. They feel like emotional burdens, not like responsibilities, but here they are, right? Juggling. 2 of Pentacles. You know, it's this could talk about responsibilities, but I feel like you're juggling emotions. Something from your past that feels like it's still part of you that you can't let go. Okay, I hear a Chicago song in my head. Everybody needs a little time away, I heard her say, from each other. Even lovers need a holiday far away from each other. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to know, after all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise to. And after all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me that I can't let go. Okay, sorry, I had to get it all out. First of all, Hard for Me to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago. Amazing, amazing song. I think I listened to it like 2 days ago. It's amazing. I love that band. Anyway, old song. But maybe somebody owes you an apology. Maybe you owe somebody an apology, right? We're not above these things. But it feels like something that is, it's like lingering. You know, honestly, what I want to say, and I don't like this message, but I have to say, it's like maybe you've been holding on to the idea of getting an apology that won't come. Can you find a way to come to your own closure with whatever this is? Can you find your own closure without the actual apology from somebody else? And then a space of forgiveness. You know, because next up is the 5 of Wands. This also feels like Pisces, I have to say. Kind of an internal battle. The 5 of Wands talks about, I mean, like this card, they're kind of like stepping all over each other to get to the top. I know it's not the same depiction or of the same character, but I read them as all the same. It's just different versions of ourselves, our past selves, our, you know, we could have done this, we should have said this, we could have done this, like fighting amongst and within yourself to try and reach some kind of promised land or some kind of energetic liberation. That's what Spirit just said, some kind of energetic liberation. It's difficult. Some of you could be dealing with some mental health issues. I think that they're under control, and if they're not, I hope that you feel as though you have resources to reach out. But I feel that here, I mean, where it might be easy for the next Joe Schmo to just let go of something, it's harder for you, right? Because your roots run deeply. It's hard to just cast it aside like it never happened. There's some people that can do that. I am not one of those people, right? So it's clarified, though, really beautifully by the Magician, number 1 of the major arcana. This is Gemini Virgo energy. You can see here, right, this hand gestures, really summoning things from the depths, from the cosmos, from nature. The Magician, amazing card to get, because it represents somebody who can channel and utilize all of the resources within the tarot, all of the elements, the cups, the wands, the pentacles, and the swords, right? Using the intellect, using our emotions, using our creativity and our passion and our spark for something new, using our resources and finances to just manifest. right? The most resourceful people, I think, are the ones that have less resources than others, but are scrappy and can make things happen, right? You ever watch that show Shark Tank? Like, those people make things happen, and they worked in their garages and in their basements on prototypes, and they got friends and family to sponsor them, and they worked 2 jobs to try and make a blanket that never gets hot. I don't know, whatever these people make, but like, they believe so wholeheartedly in their mission that they don't allow a lack of resources to stop them. They don't see it as lack at all. They create abundance. And this is kind of what you're trying to do right now. Despite this internal battle, you're still moving and shaking. Sometimes it may not feel like it. You may not feel like the magician. You may not feel like, you know, there's a lot. But if you actually look around at your life, if you actually like step away, like just imagine I'm a stranger. Well, I am a stranger, but imagine like I stepped into your world and you were just telling me about your life and all the things that you've done, accomplished, all the places you've traveled, about your children or your spouse, or the hardships that you've been through and how you survived all of them. If I started like dictating and I just like wrote down everything that you've been through, all of these things were manifested. All of these things were overcome, were triumphed. They're successes, right? Life gave you lemons, you made lemonade, right? I don't ever say that. The Spirit wanted me to say it. It's like, give yourself some credit. What is this magician trying to manifest? The 4 of Wands and the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Sorry if it feels a little dark. I think the storm is about to thunder. It's very dark in my room right now, so I hope the lighting is okay. The 4 of Wands is a beautiful card. It's known as the 1111 card. And it talks about creating a firm foundation. So you as the magician, you really just want to set yourself up for success, is what I just heard. You want to set yourself up for success. So kind of putting everything in place. That feels like a Pisces too. It's very important for Pisces to have their stability. You know, I think Pisces gets bad rap sometimes, like you're so mystical and witchy and an enigma. But when it comes to practical things, you're always on point. Always. Right? So we're manifesting a stable foundation for ourselves. We're also manifesting decisive action. 2 of Wands in the upright talks about directionality, and it can talk about, sometimes it can talk about like a little bit of confusion as to which direction we should go in. So when I read this card in the reverse, it's like, we've decided, we know what we want. Pisces knows what they want. I hear a little bit of ringing in this ear. Pisces knows what they want. It's good. It's good. When you know what you want, you're very clear about your manifestations. And so to close out the reading here, 7 of Swords, the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is Virgo and Pisces energy, number 12 of the major arcana. Pisces, you showed up in your own reading. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords can be a little bit troublesome as an energy, just like in general. In general, it's a positive card because it talks about strategy, which we alluded to earlier. It talks about strategy. It also talks about doing things under the cover of darkness, doing things on the sly. This can be the card of like the sneaky thief. I don't think you're stealing anything here, but I do think that there is a little bit of discernment that Spirit is kind of bringing in at the end here. Like because I see this crow is like squawking, like, you got to be careful, Pisces, because you don't want anybody to give you away. So I don't necessarily see you doing anything nefarious, but at the same time, remember when I said Pisces learns the rules to break the rules? Just be careful with that. Just be careful with that. Right? The Hanged Man talks about really needing a change of perspective. So maybe this is a scenario where, thank you, Spirit. Maybe this is a scenario where you have always done something a certain way and it always worked for you in the past. Spirit is asking you to kind of lift yourself out of that mentality for a moment and see if there's a better approach. I want to say something a little bit more direct because this feels very covert. See if there's something that is a little bit more direct. What is this in reference to? Yeah, see? King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Really? So now you have a divine match, although I think this is just the two sides of the same coin, right? This is your energy. And it's an evolution from the Queen to the King. Nothing to do with gender, just energy. The King of Cups has ready access to all of their feelings and emotions. There's a tremendous amount of maturity, insight, and wisdom in this card. So it's kind of like telling me, you know, this is kids play. This is kids play, and you're not a kid. You don't have to apologize for anything. You don't have to hide anything. You don't have to be ashamed of anything. See where I'm going with this? Really hearkening on the you don't have to apologize for anything. I heard a little bit of ringing in this ear. So getting back to this hopeful heart, it's this sense that sometimes we might have the tendency to be cynical about life, about the cards we were dealt, but wisdom tells us that we can still approach things with a loving heart and an open heart. So that's your reading, Pisces. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Pisces.